This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, Heather, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond. Welcome you to another Sports Catastrophe Birthday Boy. And the birthday boy for today, March the 21st, the first day of spring. Hopefully, it looks like spring to everyone, but don't count your chickens before they hatch. We look at a CFL kicker. I know you're thinking, was that the best you could do? Kind of. Because remember, I did March 21st birthdays for 2 years, and Troy Westwood came up. So anyway, this guy is huge. Kind of like my Mark McLaughlin Source Catastrophe. I'm actually hoping for some connections because somehow, in some way, a few weeks ago, I got a random YouTube comment on my Mark McLaughlin Sports Catastrophe. And the guy, claiming to be Mark McLaughlin's son, said that, I'll show this to my dad. I'm like, amazing. So anyway, Troy Westwood is your kicker from the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. And yes, he is born in Manitoba. Most kickers would be born overseas, but no, he was born in Dauphin, Manitoba. He's 56 years old now. So he went to Augustana University in South Dakota and would be inducted to their Hall of Fame. He was a good soccer player, and as a soccer player, you can probably be a good kicker. So that's what he did. So anyway, Westwood was selected by the Bombers. In the 91 season, being 48th overall by the Bombers. And he was actually known for his mullet, which he would claim every time that he would never cut off until he won the Grey Cup. Anyway, it was just terrible and all of that. Especially the things. But anyway, Winnipeg tried to win the Grey Cup for him. So he started kicking for Winnipeg in 91 and wouldn't stop till 2007. So 17 years with the Bombers. And just for that one team. Anyway, he would kick 47 field goals in 92, 45 in 93, 42, 94, 36 in 95, then 37, 39, 36, 34, 45, 31, 45, 47, 39, 28, 30, 20 for a total of 617 field goals, which is pretty good. Times that by 3 and you have 1,851 points. It's kind of funny. It's like Wayne Gretzky got .1851 to beat Gordie Howe. So just 1 point ahead of Gordie Howe if Gordie Howe was playing football. Points wise, he would do extra points as well and singles. Remember, in the CFL, if a ball goes out of bounds over the end zone or the player cannot get out of the end zone while receiving the ball, remember, the end zones are 20 yards deep in CFL, then he concedes a single point. With that, he got 158 singles and 736 extra points for a total of 2,735. 45, pardon. So anyway, he knows his job and all of that. Actually, Westwood admitted that his mullet is actually because of his First Nations culture or background. So he's inspired by First Nations music and would wear his hair and all that. That's kind of why you see him long, very long hair. So Westwood decided to grow out his hair after the 2001 Grey Cup loss to Calgary, in which he botched it. After a disappointing start to the 2007 season against Edmonton, Westwood was basically told not to play anymore. His replacement didn't do so well. Westwood was reinstated. But unfortunately, he suffered a hamstring injury. And he couldn't do anything about it. So anyway, Winnipeg signed a few kickers and all that, but they got hurt somehow. So Westwood would have to do kicking and punting duties at the Eastern semifinals, kicking the game-winning field goal. Unfortunately for him, they would lose the Eastern final to, I believe it was, no, they didn't lose the Eastern final. They went to the Grey Cup and lost to Saskey. That's right. And then Westwood was cut by the Bombers, but then was re-signed in 2009 because they had some problems. Mike Renault, their starting punter, was hurt, and Alexis Serna, the kicker that they picked to relieve Troy Westwood, actually wasn't doing so hot. So Serna lost his punting duties. So Westwood was made the punter and then was cut. 2010. It kind of sucked. However, Westwood became an on-air host for radio station Winnipeg from March 2009 to 2011, and then he went to CFRW, Winnipeg's TSN radio network, to be a morning host. And then, sadly though, that was cut. That was cut by Bell Media in January 2021, alongside a few other people who I won't mention because Bell sometimes has made some brutal mistakes. So yeah, so Troy Westwood was a kicker of the highest regard in the CFL, and you can take that to the bank. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.